Okay, are you able to see my screen, guys?
Sir,
Good. So, what is DevOps, ma? Anybody knows what is DevOps? What is DevOps? Anybody knows? Okay. So, DevOps is nothing but it's a combination of development and operations. I can say development and operations. Development and operations. Okay. That means DevOps is a methodology which is having set of tools. I can say it's a combination of tools, ma. Combination of tools. Okay, combination of set of tools. Okay, DevOps is nothing but which is combination of development and operations. Okay, so in the DevOps you need to work with multiple tools. Okay, why we need to work with multiple tools? Because of automation. Because of automation, let's say my project is, let's say I take one project. Suppose my project is Coles.com. My project is Coles.com. Here Coles is my client. Suppose if you take Facebook.com, my client is Facebook. In the same way, Coles.com, Coles is my client, and this is retail application. This is retail application. For this application, our role, what exactly our role as a DevOps engineer? Okay, suppose I have one requirement from the client. I have one requirement from the client. In the front page, when I log into the when I log into the website, in the front page, I wanted to see sign in, sign up option here. Okay, so this is my task. This is my task. So for this implementation, we need to work with multiple teams. I can say different teams, ma. Regularly we need to work with multiple teams. So I can say we have development team, we have development team, and then we have DevOps team, and then we have testing team, and then we have production team. Okay, so what exactly development team does? They write the code. That means they develop the code in any language, ma. In any language, I can say Java, Python, or C plus, any language depends upon the client requirement. Okay, And then the next team is DevOps team. What exactly our role and responsibility as a DevOps engineer? So we have build, deployment, and automation. Okay. So build? What exactly build is? As I already told in the demo which I shared, build is nothing but create in the packages, ma. Create in the packages. It may be any format. It depends upon the backend source code. The source code which is developed by the development team. Okay. Create in the packages. I can say .jar, .var, .ear, any format, .zip, .tar, different formats we have. Build is nothing but create in the packages. Very important. As a DevOps engineer, you need to build a package every time. You need to build a package. That means when the developer when the developer write 50,000 lines of code, example 50,000 lines of code, we cannot take the 50,000 lines of code and we cannot deploy, right? So that's the reason we are taking 50,000 lines of code and we compile it and we make it as one format, one package, that is .jar or .var, .ear, depends upon the backend source code. This is what build. Okay. And then next deployment. What is deployment here? Deployment is nothing but install in the packages. I can say deploy the package in different servers. Deploy the package in different servers. That means whatever the package we have, that means whatever the package we built, we built that package we deploy into servers. I can say install in the packages. Install in the packages. So where you are install these packages, I can say we have different environments. So it depends upon the client requirement, so I can say development, integration, staging, and production. So these are the stages we have, okay. So in these many stages we deploy our package. So that means whenever the developer develop the code, as a DevOps engineer, we take the code and we build as a package. Okay, any format, .jar, .var, any format. Once the build is ready, once the package is ready, then we deploy that package into different stages. I can say development, integration, staging, and then production. So these many stages we use in our organization real time. Okay. Once it is deployed successfully by the DevOps engineer, then testing team will take care of testing the application. Okay. Once test is done, then it will go to the production. That means live environment. Release product to the end users. Release the product to the end users. That means end user nothing but customers ma. We are the customers. Okay. So our target is we need sign in, sign up option here, right? So for this particular future we need to work with different teams. First one, development team will develop the code in any language. Once the development is completed, then as a DevOps engineer, our responsibility should be build, deployment, and automation. Okay, so build is nothing but whatever the code which is developed by the developer, we are building. That means we are compiling the source code and we create one package. For example, we have 10 files and 10 photos. So we can make it as zip file, right? In the same way, whatever the source code written by the developer, we compile and package in the format of anything, zip, tar, where. Okay. So this package, which package has to build, that developer give, and then deployment. So whatever the package we create, that package we need to deploy into the servers. Okay, different servers. After that, testing team will perform the testing. I can say validation team. Okay, once it is validated successfully, then it will release the product to the end user. End user is nothing but customers. Okay, once it is done successfully, once it is released to production, then we can be able to see the option here. So this is how we work in the real time. This is how we work in the real time. Okay, up to now any doubt, guys? Any doubt here?
Uh,
Hmm, good. Okay, so build is done, deployment is done. What is automation? Anybody knows what is automation? The work which we are doing manually, I mean build deployment, that we need to automate. That we need to automate. See, every time manually taking the source code and building package and deploying it to the servers is, very difficult and it will take time, right? So that's the reason automation came to the picture. That means whatever the build and deployment that we are automating through we are automating through CI/CD pipelines. Very important. Okay, CI/CD pipelines. See, what is CI/CD? It's continuous integration, continuous deployment. Continuous integration and continuous deployment. Okay. So how exactly continuous integration and continuous deployment happens? How exactly? Yeah. So first integration is nothing but combined in the source code. That means multiple tools we have in the DevOps. So all the tools we combine at one place. That is what integration. Okay. Continuous deployment, that you know, right? Deployment is nothing but install in the packages in different servers. So that is continuous deployment. CI/CD pipelines. How exactly continuous integration, continuous deployment happens? Okay. How exactly continuous integration, continuous deployment happens? Anybody knows? Anybody knows? Okay. So let me show you one diagram. Dia DevOps diagram. See, this is the infinity sign. This is the infinity sign. In the DevOps, we have multiple stages: planning, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, monitor. So this is the way. Okay, it indicates infinity sign. Infinity sign, how it came. Okay, let's say before DevOps, how exactly how exactly different teams will work. Okay, before DevOps, we have two separate teams, development team and operation team. So they both are separate teams. Okay, but not one team. They are separate teams. In the development, in the development team, they plan first, they write the some code, they build the code and they test. So this is development team development team responsibility. Once it is developed, then goes to the operation team. Operation team will perform the deployment, operation, monitoring. So there will be no coordination between two different teams. That means the development team always look for the feedback from the operation team. Okay, there is no mutual communication between them, right? Because both are separate teams. Okay, once the product is released to the production, operation team will monitor. Okay, if it is working fine, then says hi development team, hi development team, the future whichever you developed is working properly. If it is not working, then they will send the message. That means every time developers has to wait for the feedback from the operation team. That is the main drawback. And also, it will consume time. We cannot deliver the work on time. Because of this, DevOps methodology came to the market. DevOps is nothing but whatever the things is happening continuously happens. That means all the team together. There is no independent teams here. Okay, all one team. Continuously they plan, continuously they write the code, continuously they build the code, continuously they do the test, continuously release to the servers, and then continuously monitoring. Once monitor is done, again it will go for the planning, continuously planning. See, that's the reason infinity sign came to the picture. Continuous integration, continuous delivery, continuous deployment, continuous feedback. Everything is happen continuously. There is no break. Okay, there is no break. So that's the reason DevOps became so popular in the market. Okay, I can say, I can say continuous build, continuous development first one, and then continuous build, continuous deployment, continuous monitoring. Okay, so continuous development will be taken care by the developers. Okay, responsibility of a continuous development is by the developers. Okay, development team will take care of this continuous development. Once developer developed the code, then DevOps team will take care of below. DevOps team will be responsible for the continuous continuous build, continuous deployment, and then continuous monitoring. Okay, so this is responsible for the DevOps team. Okay, so for this continuous development, build, deployment, monitoring, how exactly we do as a DevOps engineer, as I already told, DevOps, which is a combination of tools. Okay, for this automation, we use different tools. We have, see plan, code, this is responsible for the developers. Okay, they have some different tools, and as a DevOps engineer, in the build stage, in the build stage, we use some tools. Okay, to build a package. Okay, in our course, we cover Maven because Maven is the most demanded tool in the market currently. Okay, these are all outdated. We are using Maven to build our package. Once build is done, this is test ma. Test will be taken care by the developers. See, Selenium, JUnit. This will be tested by the developers. And then it releases. How exactly it will release ma? Through Jenkins. This is very important. Jenkins is a continuous integration and continuous deployment tool where we integrate multiple tools and deploy into the servers. Okay, we cover Jenkins. Once we release, then it will go for the deployment. Okay, so in the deployment phase, we use multiple tools ma. In the current market, Kubernetes, Docker, Ansible, most important ma. Chef, these are all Saltstad, outdated. These three, we are covering these three tools. Okay, most important tool is Kubernetes ma. So current market is expecting the candidate who is having the experience in Kubernetes, Docker, Ansible. Very important. So this is the deployment phase. And then monitoring. We are using any monitoring tool. In the market we have Splunk, Datadog, Nagios, ELK. We can use one monitoring for monitor our application. Okay, so this is what DevOps see, which is a combination of tools ma. For each stage we use different tools to perform the automation, understand guys? So Jenkins, as I already told, continuous integration, continuous deployment. Okay, through the Jenkins we integrate multiple tools, all the tools we integrate in the Jenkins ma. Okay, so that means whenever developer write the code whenever developer write the code through Jenkins we automate the process. That means building the package, deploying the package into servers. Okay, everything will be automated through Jenkins. If you see CACD diagram I drawn here, see, we have different tools here. Okay, it will start from the development team. That means developer write the code, they push the code to Git repository. Git is one of the tool ma, version control system. That means we can maintain our source code. Okay, this is centralized location. Okay, and then we use different tools. Maven as a build tool, and Jenkins, it is a continuous integration tool. We integrate all the things here. After that after that cloud came to the picture. See, we deploy into the cloud, AWS ETS clusters, and then testing will happen production live environment. So this is how CACD pipeline ma. In our classes we explain like this six projects ma. In the real time six projects I will explain along with diagrammatic way. Everything is diagrammatic way. Let us say for example, see, like this. See, this is the last batch explanation. In the diagrammatic way only we cover all the tools and all the topics. Okay guys. Okay, so cloud came to the picture. So what exactly cloud here? Hmm, cloud. So in the market we have different clouds are available ma. I can say AWS, Azure, GCP, and Oracle. There are many ma. There are many. Okay. Okay. So in our training class we cover AWS ma, because AWS is the most popular one nowadays. Okay, that's the reason I cover AWS. So earlier we used to we used to teach Azure as well, but now AWS is the most trending one. That's the reason. That's the reason in our class we cover AWS. Okay, why we need cloud here? Okay, why we need cloud here? Because cloud is the more secure way to host our applications because of security. First one. Second one, I can say storage. Whatever the storage you need, cloud will provide ma. Okay, and then I can say networking system, and then it will provide domain name services. Okay, domain name services. After that, I can say cluster mechanism we have, cluster mechanism we have, and then we have ticketing system. After that, we have backup, and then access related stuff. After that, I can say monitoring. Okay, so everything we can do through the cloud ma, through the cloud. So cloud is nothing but combination of services. Okay, what about DevOps? DevOps is nothing but DevOps is nothing but okay. So DevOps is nothing but it's a combination of tools, and cloud is nothing but combination of different services. Understand, guys? Any doubt here? Any doubt here? Okay. So as a DevOps engineer, we need to work with different platforms, DevOps tools, and then infrastructure as a code, infrastructure as a service. Okay, this we can say infrastructure, infrastructure as a code, infrastructure as a service. Okay. Ah, DevOps tools that you know, right? Which is a combination of tools. By using these tools, we automate the process that you know. What exactly infrastructure as a code? So in the market, we have a tool, Terraform. Very important. In the market, we have Terraform tool. By using this tool, we build our AWS infrastructure. We build our AWS infrastructure. That means whatever the services that we have in AWS, those services we can create using Terraform. So this is automation way. This is automation way. That's the reason we use Terraform to build our AWS infrastructure. Okay, and then infrastructure as a service. This is cloud AWS. Cloud AWS. Okay, so we use infrastructure as a code, cloud. For setting up our infrastructure, we use Terraform, okay, and then we use multiple DevOps tools to automate the process. Okay, so as I said already, DevOps is nothing but it's a combination of tools. Combination of tools. What about cloud, ma? Cloud is nothing but it's a combination of services. Okay, it's a combination of services. Any doubt here, guys? Any doubt here?
No.
Very good, very good. I can explain. DevOps is nothing but combination of development and operations. Okay, so how exactly you need to work with different teams? Okay, first developer develop the code. Whatever the developer develop, we take that code and we build as a package as a DevOps engineer. Once the package is ready, we deploy that package into different servers. Okay, how exactly you perform build and deployment activities? How exactly you build and deployment activities? By using different tools. By using different tools. Okay, so the activity which we are doing build and deployment, that we do automate through CI/CD pipelines. Okay, and and as a DevOps engineer, you need to be responsible for continuous build, continuous deployment, continuous monitoring. Okay, after that, after that we use cloud for more security, and we host our application. That means we deploy our application into our our cloud. So we have a cluster mechanism in the cloud. So in the cluster we host our applications. We host our applications, right? And then you need to you need to work with different platforms, DevOps tools, infrastructure as a code, infrastructure as a service. Okay, infrastructure as a service is a cloud. Okay, for the cloud, how you set up different services that is required for your project through the Terraform. This is the tool, infrastructure as a code tool. Okay, through Terraform we set up our AWS infrastructure. Okay, once the infrastructure is ready, then by using DevOps tools we build and deploy the activities. Any doubt here, guys? Any doubt? So this is what DevOps. In the market, we have good packages for the DevOps engineer along with the cloud technology. AWS DevOps, we have good packages. Understand, guys? Okay. So from tomorrow, we do some setups. For these sessions, we need AWS account, free tier account, and then we need to install some of the tools, and we cover all the tools in our sessions, and along with the real-time projects, along with mock interviews. I will conduct in the weekends mock interviews and resume preparations, everything we do. Okay, if you have any doubt, can you please ask?
What about interview questions?
Yes, I can cover, I can cover, you know especially in the weekends we can plan sessions regarding mock interviews and interview questions for each tool and each service.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Any question here, guys? Okay, so from tomorrow we are doing, some setups for some setups which is actually required for our classes for the practice.
Okay.
Today we are winding up our sessions. Okay.
Yeah.
Any doubt you can ping in our group or else directly reach me.
Sure. Okay.
If you have any doubt, please post in our chat as well. Okay, Satish has posted GitHub and Terraform. Yes, we are discuss. We will discuss GitHub and Terraform in our course. Data center, no. We are using cloud here, not any on-premises. Okay. GCP we are not discussing. Alibaba, no. Okay, good. Then any doubts, guys? No, right?
No.
Okay then, ma. Bye. We'll catch up tomorrow. Same time in 7:30. Please
Okay.
join before 5 minutes.
Sure.
Hmm. Okay, thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have
Sir,
a nice
please
day.
send me notes.
Yeah, yeah, I will share you, ma. I will share you. I will share you the record session as well. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.